Coming right up for Toronto, the journey of a new season starts now. Let's see if the work from the offseason pays off. Don't leave your seat. We'll be right back.
Do the rock away. Now lean back. Lean back. It ain't never gonna stop. Search. Now lean back. Lean back. Lean back.
Welcome, everyone. Here it is at long last. It's the start of the NBA regular season. I know everyone's just as excited as we are here on 2K Sports to get things underway. This is Brian Anderson with Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. Allie LaForce with us on the sidelines. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Toronto on Thursday, then on Monday.
And you know, for that matchup with Denver, it's a good checkpoint to see how they fare. It's the 5th contest on the year for them and a chance to evaluate where they stand.
So let's take a look at the starters for Toronto. We've got Davis, and it's Melo in at the 2. And for New York, and it's Cowboy in at the center position. It's game 1 for both teams, Clark. Preseason is over, and this new season is underway.
Yeah, you can kind of feel that both teams, BA, are a little bit anxious and nervous, but an exciting kind of. Nervousness. So let the season begin. I'm glad we're starting.
So Toronto will get the first possession. Pass to Melo.
I got him.
Inside. And he buries his first look.
The first of many tonight. Both teams have legit offensive talent.
Boy, I tell you what, that's going to be like a pinball machine, the way that scoreboard's going to light up. He's used to sharing the love. Exceptional timing on that pass.
Pass to the gray one. Jacks up a 3, and that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And the players getting themselves into game mode with the tip-off just moments away. And we've been waiting for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here in the start of a new season. With Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We'll be joined by Allie LaForce on the sidelines. Here's a look at what's coming up for New York on Monday, then on Friday.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. Visit out there with the great one. Then there's Davis. Then there's the doctor. And for New York, Cowboy is out there with the doctor. And it's ABC. Then there's Bird. And it's Kristich in at the point guard position. Well, no doubt these players, GA, are eager to get this season going.
Listen, there's definitely some nerves, but it's mainly excitement. This is their first chance to showcase all the hard work they put in during the offseason.
Pass to the great one. Davis sets a screen. Here's the great one. Tries again. And Davis lays it in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's ABC. From past the arc. And Davis pulls it down.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Pass to the doctor. Here's Melo. Hits it from three-point range.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Three-pointer. The shot, no good. For Toronto, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's the great one. Banked in off the glass.
You know, outstanding start. You've made 3 of your first 4.
New York's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's the doctor. Hands it from downtown.
Every team wants bigs who can knock it down from distance. Yes, sir.
Here's the great one. And there's the drive. Pass to Davis. And it's Cowboy with the rebound. For New York, they've gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Kristich passes to Cowboy. The shot's good.
Boy, something so good about a perfectly placed lead pass. That is nice.
Here's the great one. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. And it's Davis with the jam.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Here's the doctor. Pass to ABC. Takes the 3. And it's Toronto with the rebound. First chance here in their inaugural game of the season to go up against New York. tipped away. Here's the doctor. Bird covering. Here's Mello. No good on the triple. New York trails by 4. Pass to ABC. Good. And it's Bird picking up the assist.
Well, right to the rim. If there's a size advantage, you attack immediately.
Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. To the middle. Here's Davis. Down it goes. His third basket. He's now 3 for 4.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Bristich passes to the doctor. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Doctor's got 5 now.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Here's the great one. High post, Davis. Leaves it up and in off the pretty assist. 8 points for him.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Pass to Cowboy. Here's the doctor. At this time, his first miss in 3 attempts from the field. Davis, the pass to the great one. Back to Davis. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for Toronto.
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
The first free throw is good. And both free throws good for Davis. And so here is New York. 6-point game. Pass to the doctor. Here's Cowboy. He's guarded by Davis. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contest.
New York shooting their first free throw of the contest.
At the line for New York, number 3, shooting one.
Here's the great one. Pass to Davis. Inside. Here's the doctor. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of...
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. And that great replay brought to us by the AT&T Connected Cam. And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Checked in for New York. Perez is checked in for Toronto. With the break in the action, here is the 2K leaderboard to show us the league's best shooting teams last season.
Hard to shoot the ball any better than they did. I mean, they weren't the best in the league, but, man, they were right there.
Bird covering. 6 to shoot. Pass to Perez. And again, Toronto no up. New York trails by 3. Here's Kristich. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Both teams will make substitutions. Pass to Melo. Toronto working the ball around now. Roach passes to Perez. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the
Toronto shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And G drops them both. New York trails by 5. Here's the screen to the inside. And again, it's New York.
And this game already taking shape as an offensive battle.
Well, the fans love it. Coaches may not like the lack of defense, but boy, the rules promote scoring, no doubt.
Here's Big Dog. And again, Toronto no up. For New York, they've gone 7 of 11 from the field to begin the game. Here's the great. Pass to Flash. Shot clock at 6. Plenty of space. And again, it's New York.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Toronto's gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. Here's Big Dog. Still scoreless. Five to shoot. There's the triple. Melo's shot is off. New York trailing. Pass to A-Train. Here's Flash. Here's A-Train. Here's the crate. And again, it's New York.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Here's Melo. It's good. It's his 2nd basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
1:43 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Flash. It's 3-pointers off the mark. Toronto, they've gone 8 of 14 from the field in the first quarter. Down low. Yep, that one goes. And it's a 3-point Toronto lead.
At that range, it is about finishing strong. You can't hesitate.
1:15 left in the first quarter. Here's the crate. Got it from 16 feet.
With his skill from the mid-range area, that's money.
Here's Roach. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
For Toronto, they have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. The Magician, he's checked in for Flash.
1 shot.
G, no good on the free throw. New York trails by 3. The Great passes to A-Train. 44 seconds left in the first quarter. Scoring his third straight basket in 3 tries. Toronto's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by.
Well, you cannot put it in a much better spot than that. Wow.
27 seconds left here in the opening quarter. The Great, and again it's New York.
Wow, 10 straight points from mid-range.
And here is Melo. He's got 5. Pass to Big Dog with 1 on the clock. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. At the end of 1, both teams putting up some points. Toronto leads by 1. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
So on the floor for Toronto to start this second quarter. They've got G. Davis is out there with J. Then there's the Great One, and it's the Doctor in at the 3 slot. Stolen by Bird. And here we go. Bird heading to the hoop.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here. Boy, tough break there. Defense leaves him wide open. He can't get the mid-range to go. Ouch.
Here's the Doctor. 5 points in the game. That's miss number 3 for him. Now 2 for 5 from the floor. Here's the Great One. It's hauled in by the Doctor. Bird looking it over. It's stolen by G. To the paint. Here's Perez. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G, he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
It's good from long range. Doctor's got the lead up to 2 now for New York. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Pass to ABC. Bird outside. Here's the Doctor. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Kristich. Misses the 3. Toronto, they've gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. It's blocked. Bird outside. And Doris, I heard a famous coach talking about, quote, the human nature things that a team has to beat before they even get on the court. Can you talk about that?
Oh, Kevin, it's such a great point. So, for instance, is the team in it collectively? Do they care who's getting the shots, the rebounds, and the attention from the media? Or are they about the team and collective success? Human nature is a part of this.
Pass to ABC. Pulls up on the wing, and he hits the jump shot. And New York leads by 1.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
No shortage of drama here early on.
Yeah, 8 lead changes already. Huge number this early.
The doctor passes to Kristich. Here's ABC. It's good. ABC's got 4 points now in the quarter. And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. A different look for New York. Cowboys checked in for the Magician. And Flash is subbed in for the Doctor. Toronto trailing. Here's the great one. He's got 5. Toronto shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
Shooting for Toronto. Number 7, taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. That one falls, so he hits both of them. New York's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. They set the pick. Kristich passes to Cowboys. Good. Cowboys got 7.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
And it's Davis with the jam. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. Goodness.
Cowboy passes to ABC. To the left wing. Here's the 3. And Flash gets it to go. Flash has got the lead up to 2 now for New York.
And it seems as if someone got their signals crossed. If he can wind up that open from 3-point range, I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan.
Going inside. Here's the doctor. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer. 5 points in the game.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that 3-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Here's Flash. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. For Toronto, they've gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. To the middle. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game. Here's the great one. He has 7. Pass to Roach. Here's the great one. And it's Cowboy with the rebound. Here's Bird. Cross contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for New York.
And, guys, I love the movement, doing a great job of just getting the ball on a string, creating some opportunities.
Well, also, guys, what a start from beyond the arc. A huge part of their game today. That's going to help their spacing.
Toronto trails by 3. Here's Big Dog. No scoring in this one. Shoots the 3. And again, Toronto no up. New York's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Here's the great. 8 points for him. 5 on the clock. Launches it. And it's Toronto with the rebound. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Here's Big Dog. Pass to Melo. Launches a 3. He can't hit that time. New York leading by 3. Bird outside. Here's Flash. Here's the great. Gets a very good look and converts. The great's got 10 points in the game.
Well, guys love to score, but the differentiator is, can you do it at an efficient clip? And right now, that's what's happening.
Pass to the Doctor. Davis sets a screen. Here's the Doctor. Cranes the three-pointer. He's got 8.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Here's Cowboy. Wide open look. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. From 13, he squares up and sinks it. Melo's got it all tied up now for Toronto.
And how about the terrific use of the crossover there to just throw the defender off balance.
Takes a step back to the left side wing. Here's the great. 10 points for him. Here's Bird. And Davis sends it back. 1:16 left in the second quarter. Pass to Melo. Here's the Doctor. Lets it go with a 3. With the clock winding down, and Davis throws it down.
Impossible to stop the putback when he's got that kind of position.
Agreed, Greg. Let him get his hands on it inside and finish it off.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game. That those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
To end the run. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Personal foul, second team foul.
For New York, they have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
And he can't get the first one. A different look for New York. Big Daddy's checked in for Cowboy. The Doctor comes in for Flash. And it's A-Train in for Bird. Good on the second free throw. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. There's Big Dog. Scoreless thus far. Melo pass to the Doctor. Davis sets a screen. Clock at 6. The Doctor can't get it to go. From deep three-point territory. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Toronto ahead as they wrap up the second quarter on a 9-1 run. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
chucking up all those threes is clearly not working for them. They need to balance their attack.
Yeah, you want to put your players in a position to succeed, and I don't see that in the first half.
And later on, some more NBA action to look forward to. Here are the games coming up. 7 p.m. Eastern is the tip-off.
Gentlemen, I can't wait for that game. We've been talking about it for a while.
Two great teams just going at it. We'll see which style of play wins out.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You know, Davis has been exceptional here, guys.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
That takes a level of aggression and a level of focus, and he has brought it all night thus far.
New York trails by 3. We've got the Doctor. Bird is out there with Champ, and it's Cowboy, and it's ABC in at the 3. That's the group for Mike Brown as we get going here in the second half. The Doctor can't get it to go.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's the great one. From outside the arc. Up again. It's good on the putback. And Toronto leads by 5.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Pass to ABC. Here's the Doctor. The step back jumper is good. The Doctor's got 10 points in the game.
And the D just a step slow reacting to the step back.
The great one passes to the Doctor. Here's Melo. Connects from three-point range.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Pass to ABC. Here's Kristich. Unloads. Toronto grabs the miss. Davis has got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Here's ABC. 6 points for him. A shot by Cowboy, no good.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Pass to the Doctor. Trying to find Davis. He's got it now. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. New York trails by 8. Kristich kicks to Bird. Knocks down the 3-ball. 7 points in the game.
So the D giving him a little bit of space beyond the three-point line, and that's all the room he needs.
Now here's Melo. Pass to the great one. Here's the Doctor. 8 points for him. Davis sets a screen. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. And Toronto leads by 8.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Now Melo. Down low. The great one with the bucket. And it's a 10-point Toronto lead.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
His production has been unbelievable, a testament to how much he cares about his craft.
Pass to Champ. Here's the Doctor. Makes a three. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. It's his 5th basket.
Listen, this guy's doing his part. It's what we know he's about, but they have got to get some productivity from some other guys on this roster.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. The Magician, he's checked in for New York. Flash comes in for Bird. Perez, he's checked in for Toronto. G comes in for the Doctor. Toronto leading by 7. Here's Roach, and that's a foul called on the Doctor. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Pass to the great one. Just 5 to shoot. Toronto needs to get off his shot. And again, no good by Toronto. For New York, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. In Toronto, they've gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Nice move. It's hauled in by the Doctor. The Doctor's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Flash. Here's the Magician. Here's Kristich. And the 3 off target. Here's Roach. To the inside. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. New York trails by 9. Pass to the Doctor. Lets it go from deep. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
Boy, not his best quarter. He's trying to break through.
Here's Melo. That's tipped. Here's ABC, the Magician, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Toronto.
You love how they've lived in the paint, making the defense just consistently have to collapse and still finding ways to convert.
Well, I also noticed, guys, how much they move the ball in this one. Selfless, willing to pass the ball to a teammate with a better look.
No good on the free throw, so both teams making some changes here. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. Hey, Doris, for a GM trying to build a championship-level roster, what's one thing that can really help?
I think the way the salary cap is constructed, maybe the single most important thing you can do as a GM is draft well. You have to be able to find players who can contribute right away. And talent evaluation is not an exact science. The ones who do it well and don't miss on those big-time picks, that is a huge deal. Boy, that's just inviting trouble. Defensively, you simply can't give them that much space.
Pass to Perez. Here's the great one. And again, no good by Toronto.
Boy, he hasn't helped them much tonight, but they've gotten a lot of productivity from other players.
New York moving it around. Here's the great. The 3. That one doesn't go.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard. And they're just doomed if they keep letting them post up like that.
You've got to deny the position to afford them no opportunity at making that entry pass into the post.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. Let's take a moment to look at the 2K leaderboard and see last year's high-scoring teams.
I just loved how this team attacked their opponents. You could see their confidence grow as the year went on, and the points really started to pile up.
Big Daddy's checked in for New York. Toronto leading by 8. Here's Roach. Pass to the great one. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Here's A-Train. Here's the great. New York, no good that time either. Toronto, they've gone 7 for 16 the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%. Roach passes to Big Dog. Inside. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Oh, you got to feel for a guy getting dunked on like that. I mean, he's got no shot to stop that unless maybe he can pick up another foot somewhere.
1:32 left in the third quarter. Pass to the great. Here's Big Daddy from downtown. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Perez has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
The 8-footer and another basket for Toronto.
Boy, how about that pass? He put it right where it needed to be.
There's a minute left in the third quarter of the game. Pass to Flash. They set the pick. A-Train, the pass to the great. Count that one. The great's got 16 points.
Boy, he's been impressive scoring the basketball, but it is really tough to play from behind.
The great one passes to Perez. Here's Big Dog. And it's off from three-point range. And he drives in. Shot is good, and the Toronto lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from the great.
Boy, this guy has been absolutely outstanding this quarter. You love what he's doing out there right now.
Here's the great one. He's got 9. Fires the 3. That shot is off. And so it's Toronto holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. On the court for Toronto to start the fourth. They've got Big Dog. He's out there with the Wizard. Tucker out there with Davis. 6 to shoot. Oh, good on the 3.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Not as good, and the Toronto lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Kristich.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
Shots good by the doctor.
Doesn't get much easier than that. That is nice work.
New York shooting inefficient, 53% from the field. Kristich passes to Cowboy. Here's the doctor. Bangs home the trifecta.
He's hit 4 now from behind the arc, 2 in each half, making an impact.
Pass to Davis. Here's the doctor. Down low. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
The doctor. And it's Toronto with the rebound. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. To the inside. And Davis puts it in. And it's a 9-point Toronto lead.
Boy, remarkable how efficient he's been scoring the ball. He feels good right now.
Kristich passes to Cowboy. Here's the doctor. Bird outside. A 3-ball. And it's Melo with the rebound. Toronto leading by 9. Pass to Big Dog. From outside, off the mark.
I'll tell you, this is not a game he'll want to individually remember, but they are positioned to close this thing out.
Kristich passes to ABC. No good that time. Toronto's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Bird covering. Pass to the doctor. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work. Boy, what else is new? This guy's accuracy this quarter has been phenomenal.
At the line for the away team, Haskins. 1 shot.
New York trails by 12. And Mike Brown decides to call timeout. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Mike Brown was saying to the team. He questioned his team's effort, asking them, should I put in the bench right now? Wake up, guys. We can still win this game, but I need you all to play like you believe you can. Not exactly a fun huddle to listen on, guys.
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Bird inside. Toronto grabs the miss.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And they pick up 2.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Pass to the doctor. Here's ABC. They set the screen. New York, no good that time either.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Melo. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Second personal foul, second team foul. Shooting for Toronto, Melo. At the line for 2.
free throw missing. That one misses.
And missing opportunities here to extend that lead at the free throw line this half.
ABC passes to Kristich. Cowboy, the tip in on the offensive rebound.
And a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Toronto working the ball around now. Davis sets a screen. The doctor passes to Davis.
Number 30. First personal foul, third team foul. At the line for the away team, Davis. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Davis.